The Uchiha are said to be the village's strongest clan because of their Sharingan and natural power. Without a doubt, the two strongest Uchiha in history are Madara and Sasuke Uchiha. Now, I do think it's difficult to say if Sasuke ever surpassed Madara. However, Madara was incredibly powerful and a skilled shinobi who had extensive experience as a ninja and former leader of his own clan. We all know he was able to control the Ten Tails and become his Jinchuriki, shooting him to another stratosphere of power. On the other hand, there's Sasuke, who as an adult became very powerful, having mastered a lot of Sharingan and Rinnegan abilities and honed them to an incredible degree. We know he's fought many powerful enemies including Kaguya, Momoshiki, Jigen, Ishiki. Although he obviously didn't do it himself, he was definitely instrumental in these battles. However, if Madara was to have access to all of his 6 sparse powers, it could be a difficult battle for Sasuke, as Madara would have access to a range of powerful jutsu, which make him nearly unbeatable. The outcome would probably depend on a lot of specific circumstances of a fight and strategies used by both. Also, another quick update, when I reach 20,000 subscribers, I'm down to finally do that Naruto vs Ichigo video that you goobers have been asking me to do for like ages now. So if you do want to see that, you might as well like this video and subscribe so you can speed up the process. Anyhow, when Naruto and Sasuke teamed up to fight Madara, he claimed to have their combined powers, the Rinnegan and 6 sparse power, as well as being much stronger than them. At first, Madara was too powerful for them, but they eventually learned how to fight back against him. If Sasuke had fought Madara alone, he would have probably lost very badly. Madara's power continued to grow even further than this, as he unleashed his third eye, the third Rinnegan, and activated the infinite Tsukuyomi, which exponentially increased his chakra reserves and overall strength. Individually, neither Naruto or Sasuke could have really posed any significant threat to Madara. Although technically speaking, Sasuke claimed that Kaguya's chakra was on a way higher level compared to Madara's. He didn't even think somebody like Kaguya even existed because it was just too much chakra. And chakra is definitely correlated with power within the series, although it doesn't necessarily, and even far faster considering Kaguya was just too fast and strong for Sasuke and was somewhat blitzing him, although Sasuke did get stronger throughout the fight and even managed to punch her away with the Susanoo. So maybe Sasuke is already strong enough to deal with Madara at this point, but I do think that's a little bit of a stretch since Kaguya was mostly unharmed and unfazed by Sasuke. So I don't think we can really say if Sasuke ever managed to attain the same power level as Madara, at least at this point. As the years passed, Sasuke would have gotten stronger since losing his arm, although some people argue that he got weaker since losing an arm is pretty much losing chakra in a way. Although this is technically true, people don't account for the fact that Sasuke's Rinnegan got a lot stronger. Imagine that he's had it longer than Madara ever did, which means that he's had more time to use it, practice with it, and learn new abilities and jutsu. We know Sasuke can even travel between worlds pretty easily now, although it does have a high chakra cost. So it's no surprise that Sasuke is even considered to have the most powerful dojutsu and genjutsu by the 5th Diet book. During the blank period, Sasuke trained non-stop for 2 years because he was afraid that Kaguya's enemies might actually come down to Earth to try and take her back. According to Sasuke Shinden, which is a novel set around the same time period, Sasuke said he won't let anybody like Kaguya destroy the world and he's confident that he can do it alone. This basically pushed Sasuke to reach new heights of power very quickly, so being stronger than Madara isn't that far-fetched. In fact, by the time we reach Naruto the last movie, Sasuke is named Kakashi's most troublesome and strongest student by the narrator, which means that he's even stronger than Naruto. Keep in mind that Naruto could one-shot Toneri, who is supposed to be the strongest enemy according to promotional material. Take that as you will. If this is true, then it confirms that Sasuke is already physically stronger than Madara ever was. I do think Madara would get sliced up by Sasuke very badly, but Madara does have some really good regeneration, so that might help. For example, when 8th Gate guy obliterated half of Madara's torso, he just grew that shit back in seconds like he's a Namekian. So it is pretty insane. I guess he gets it from having Hashirama cells, and it might actually be amped by 6 sparse chakra. But keep in mind that Sasuke would get even stronger post the blank period. As time passed, Sasuke basically gained a decade's worth of experience and wisdom by the time we reach Boruto. If he wasn't stronger than Madara before, he definitely is now. Sasuke can now use more shadow clones than he ever could before, so basically his chakra reserves have massively grown, and so he can basically last longer, engage in longer battles, and use more powerful jutsu. Plus, he's also honed his skills, is much smarter, stronger, faster than he ever was before. Despite Sasuke's immense power, some people meme him for always running out of chakra in Boruto. However, I think it's important to remember that Sasuke is constantly traveling between worlds, and is using high cost jutsu, which drains chakra very quickly. If Madara had to use the same jutsu, for example, I think he'd use up a lot of chakra too, so it's not fair to compare Sasuke's chakra reserves in Boruto to his strength in previous battles, especially against Madara. The truth is that Sasuke is much more powerful than he ever was before. He's undergone intense training and has proven his worth as a ninja time and time again as Naruto's rival in the new era. Sasuke's power and abilities continue to evolve, making him the stronger guy between him and Madara, I think. In all fairness, Madara can't really beat Sasuke. If he's gonna beat him somehow, I don't think it's gonna be through a fist fight. We know Madara should be able to use pretty much all the basic Rinnegan abilities like Sasuke is, and use special jutsu, like possibly rewinding time, especially if you think the Revolution game and his cutscenes are canon, which it could be, at least according to the interviews claiming that they were created for the anime and maybe canon to them. I think more importantly, Madara has access to one of the most broken ninjutsu in the entire series, and that is, as you probably guessed, Limbo. Limbo allows Madara to cast what he calls shadows in a parallel universe that overlaps with the normal universe, making him invisible and intangible, which means he can't be seen or touched. It's pretty broken, at least compared to most jutsu within the series. We know this is tested by Sasuke when he throws a sword at Limbo, only to realize that the sword just completely phases through them. These shadows are also just as strong as the original Madara, as stated in the 4th data book, and can use all of his abilities without any difficulty, at least I assume so. Madara may have access to Limbo, but keep in mind that Sasuke's Rinnegan allows him to see the Limbos and interact with them physically, as long as he's hitting them and making contact with them. While he does have to be careful he doesn't get comboed by them and have his soul pulled out or something, I think Sasuke is more than capable of dealing with Madara's Limbos on his own. In fact, Sasuke can create dozens of shadow clones, as he shows Boruto in the new era, as I mentioned earlier. So it's probably more likely that Sasuke pulls Madara's soul out before he does, to be completely honest. So all of this should be more than enough to combat Madara's Limbos, especially considering that Naruto, who is much weaker than this adult Sasuke, could use shadow clones to keep up with Madara. Of course, Madara did get stronger with his third eye, but I doubt the difference between double Rinnegan Madara and Three Eyes Madara is the same difference between teenage Naruto and adult Sasuke. I think that gulf in power is just too massive. Plus, if you think about it, Sasuke doesn't really play around. He's a menace. The man goes straight for the kill every time. He's not giving Madara any chance at all to load up any sort of attack or ability. Whereas it's in Madara's character to literally do the opposite of this and dick around pretty much all of the time just because he thinks he's stronger than everybody. So I think if he was to do this against Sasuke, Sasuke just murks him instantly. It's possible that Madara could try and pull Sasuke's soul out or do something weird like that. But I think Sasuke, like I said earlier, is a skilled fighter who knows how to protect himself. Now I'm not sure if 6th Madara can use a perfect Susanoo. I'm gonna assume he can't since he's never really done it ever before. He never even did it against Team 7, but that's probably because he thought he was way stronger than them and didn't need it. We all know he has a superiority complex. Let's say he somehow could, right? Even so, Sasuke's got his own Susanoo, which should be stronger than Madara's by the time we reach Boruto in the new era. So ultimately, I do think Sasuke should win this fight pretty easily, 99 times out of 100. Because there isn't anything Madara could really do unless Sasuke just lets him win and lets him pack some abilities. Undeniably, Sasuke is the strongest Uchiha ever to live. And I don't think a lot of people are going to disagree with that. Unless you're a Madara wanker, Swag Kage. Although joking aside, please check out the other videos on my channel. Like there's a really good one about what if Sasuke swapped places with Naruto against Toneri. Could Sasuke win that fight? It's definitely worth a watch. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you later. Peace out.